As usual, we start the speed test with both the phones in airplane mode connected to the same Wi-Fi network with no apps running in the background. Starting from the speed test, we have also made sure that the apps have the same calculator, calendar and clock app in order to make the speed test a bit more accurate. The Redmi Note 6 Pro is powered by an octa-core Snapdragon 636 chipset, while the Poco F1 is powered by an octa-core Snapdragon 845 chipset. The Note 6 Pro comes in 4 and 6GB variants, while the F1 has both 6 and 8GB variants. We have the 6GB variant of the Note 6 Pro and 8GB variant of the Poco F1 with us. Both the phones are currently on MIUI 10. The first lap will showcase the performance of the processor, since the RAM management is only evidenced in the second lap where we relaunch apps from memory. The Poco F1 is naturally faster in the first lap since it packs a flagship processor and does the first lap in a time of 1 minute and 41 seconds, while Note 6 Pro comes in at second with 1 minute and 47 seconds. Not too slow considering the difference in processors, but a tangible difference nonetheless. In lap 2, we launch apps in reverse order to judge the ability to redraw apps from memory and RAM management. Being a 6GB variant, we didn't expect the Note 6 Pro to do as well as the Poco F1, which had 8GB of RAM, but still the Note 6 Pro does well and reloads all but the last 2 apps from memory. Poco F1, thanks to its huge RAM capacity, launches every single app from memory with no issues and completes speed test first with a total time of 2 minutes and 7 seconds, while Note 6 Pro finished with a time of 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So total lead went from 6 seconds in the first lap to 8 seconds in the second lap for the Poco F1, mostly due to the last 2 apps having to be relaunched on the Note 6 Pro. Still, that's a pretty impressive performance from the Note 6 Pro, and it should serve you well unless you want the best of performance, in which case it's wise to spend a bit more and get the Poco F1 itself. Please note that there is a margin for human error in these tests, but in this test those errors wouldn't have changed the outcome as the gap was large enough, and while these tests show the true power of the phones, in day-to-day lives the phones won't be tested as much and may not be that much different in terms of speed. Thanks for watching this video, see you again in the next one.